This is Alex Habersham. The new edition of the Black Pages
is here. The publication, the app, and the website are now available.
Download our app.
The publication features over 1,500 black businesses
listed,
serving Baldwin, Bibb, Crawford, Houston, Jones, Monroe, Peach, Twiggs, and Wilkinson counties.
The new
website offers news and views, daily calendar, business listings, online marketplace, 200 years of black businesses, and the Macon
Call to Action
show. Our digital marketing services offer
email blast,
social media marketing, website development, and more.
Download our app
for the all-new Macon Black Pages Bicentennial Edition. Get the publication,
the new
website, and digital marketing at your fingertips. Scan the QR codes and follow us.
Digitally.
For more information,
go to our website, MaconBlackPages.com.
MaconBlackPages.com.
The Griffith Foundation presents the Social Justice We Will Be Silent No More Poetry Slam. Calling all youth organizations, churches, community groups, parents, and other individuals. Come out and enjoy poetry.
I am a black man.
Rhythm.
Stand up. 1-800 The Lost.
Passion.
You are so beautiful, my young black queen.
Writing.
I love my country, but I love it in black even more.
And spoken word.
Your black be like pretty dresses and smoky eyes. My black be like rage.
Come out and support the social justice. We will be silent no more. Poetry Slam. Everyone is encouraged to attend. Friday, April 26, 6:30 p.m. at the Grand Opera House. Calling all youth organizations. Don't miss it.
You know, I've been doing this show a long time, and though I have enjoyed all of them, every now and then I have the opportunity to interview somebody to do a show that's very, very special. Matter of fact, I'm going to use another word not only for this show, but for this individual that I'm interviewing, and I'm going to say it's phenomenal. And I think after we will have gone through this interview, you'll understand why I'm saying that. Today I have the absolute pleasure of interviewing a young lady that I've known for a long time. But that's not important. What is important is her history, you know, her bio, and what she has accomplished and has gone through for all of these years. And that young lady is none other than Dr. Julia Daniely. How you doing, Doc?
I'm doing great. How are you? It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you. And behind that beautiful smile is a record of phenomenal accomplishments and creativity. And we want to talk about that. But then when I Dr. Daniely sent me a dissertation that somebody did on her life, and it was just, you know, I was in awe when I kind of read her life history of where she started and how she started and what her intentions were and where her heart is and how she progressed from, you know, working in a grocery store to being the leader of a phenomenal institution, and she'll talk about that, and just being involved in the community and having a love for kids. And before I pass it over to Dr. Daniely, I just want to give a shout out to the Board of Education, and I want to give a particular shout out to Hutchins Career Academy, and this is where we are today. We are filming from Hutchins Career Academy, and we got all of these future anchors, you know, TV anchors on national television that are here and, you know, who are observing and who are conducting or helping to facilitate this interview. So, Doc, tell us a little bit about yourself. You go way back.
Way back. Well, one of the things I want to emphasize is that I'm a product of this community. It's east side of Macon. I was reared in Fort Hill, Macon, and I went to Medity, Danforth, Appling, and Northeast. and just have been here all of my life. My mom, she was a maid. My dad was a chef with a third grade education. But one of the things that stood out to me most, being raised with so many siblings, it's 13 of us, and being raised by parents who had at that time little education, is that they prioritized education. And they worked diligently. My father worked diligently so that all of his children could go to college. That was his goal. My mom worked diligently to get her GED and to eventually graduate from Wesleyan College at the age of 65.
Wow.
So I always knew that education was a priority. But in my life, you know, I'm the baby. I had some struggles, and my main struggle was reading. I love math and science, but reading, I did not really master reading and understanding what I read until I was probably 21, 22 years old. And so when I was in high school, me and my girlfriend, we had a deal. I said, you do all my essays and I'll do your math. I'll do your math. I knew how to do that. And so we had this deal, but eventually I had to face that giant. Because when you go to college and you have to, before you take that English class, you're taking a class that don't give you credit, right?
Right.
So you taking that Regents exam over and over and over. And it wasn't to that time until that teacher, I remember her, Miss Hancock, and she was at Macon State at that time. And she said, you struggle in this area. You want me to help you. Now, from elementary, middle, and high school, it was only that college professor that recognized that I struggled in the area of reading and writing. And so that's what, you know, I did, and I'm so grateful. I was really down on myself for that, because you know my sisters and brothers, all of them so smart and intelligent. They got the scholarships. They went to Mercer. 3 of them went to Mercer. 1 went to Vanderbilt, Tennessee Tech, and here I am, the baby.
The baby.
And I got to struggle. So I wore a mask before COVID.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
And because my family was so prominent and I was a decent child, then a lot of grades were given to me that I, didn't really earn, but it caught up with me.
Right.
And so I had to face that giant. And so that is pretty much my childhood. I was a cheerleader. I played tennis. You were my tennis partner too with USTA. But it's a lot of things I had to overcome in my life when it came to educational struggles.
Well, that bespeaks of the importance of education. That bespeaks of the importance of teaching. That bespeaks of the importance of being involved. Because, look what happened as a result of that teacher helping you to face that obstacle in your life. Then tell us where you are now and what you're doing now.
Okay, so I'm the director of SOAR Academy. I specialize in personalized learning. And I'm the principal of VIP Academy. We started that up, our full-time virtual option. And my philosophy, because of my struggles that I've had, children that I have always knew that children learn differently, and you can't provide a cookie-cutter method. So even as a teacher, I would design different ways for children to, get their education. I'm a math educator, so when I used to teach, I used to give them 3 ways of solving the problem, let them choose. Give them manipulatives, So I always did that, and I've been doing it for a long time, even before this position. And it was not until I became the principal of Westside High School that I began to really dibble and dabble in innovation. We received innovation grants, all types of grants. We ran 3 master schedules. The building was open from 7 to 7. Children came in the morning. Some came in the evening. I mean, children were everywhere. In my office, you go to my office now, you see a little classroom setting. I got a desk in my office. I'm a teacher first. I don't want to ever forget I'm a teacher. A lot of times when you get in leadership, you're a principal, you forget you're a teacher. I'm a teacher first. And so I want to create those experiences. So being where I am is just so rewarding. And I love my children. No matter why they come to me, they don't leave the same. And some of them don't even want to leave. Yeah. SOAR and VIP, we are special school, and we're doing great things.
Yeah, and that kind of speaks of how important it is to follow your heart and do what you think you were called to do. Because being the principal of Westside and then being sent or going from Westside to SOAR Academy, people thought that you were
crazy. Oh, they thought I was being fired.
Yeah, they thought
let me tell you, that was it was my decision. And it was, you know how you go through life and you get off your purpose. And Westside had grown into this big place. We had so many children, we had so much money, our basketball, all of that. And so I had to face myself. And you can get pride in your heart, get to this level. And God said, I didn't bring you over here to do that. And so I got licensed as an evangelist. And so when I began to really reflect on what it is I was supposed to be doing, and it was deeper, I had to go deeper. So I met with Dr. Jones, and I gave him my plan. I said, this is a plan for education and for all children, right? He said, well, who's going to do that? I said, I don't know who's going to do it, but I'm giving you a plan. So the opportunity, opened itself up. And I even had to convince the board at that time that this was my choice. And I have never been so grateful, because every child I get is a blessing.
What a phenomenal choice and what a phenomenal job. Use the word phenomenal again. That you're doing over at SOAR Academy. We're gonna delve into another area in a minute, but right now, let's take a break. Incidentally, this is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex Habersham, interviewing Dr. Julia Daniely. We'll be right back. This is Alex Habersham. The new edition of the Black Pages
is here. The publication, the app, and the website are now available.
Download our app.
The publication features over 1,500 black businesses
listed,
serving Baldwin, Bibb, Crawford, Houston, Jones, Monroe, Peach, Twiggs, and Wilkinson counties.
The new
website offers news and views, daily calendar, business listings, online marketplace, 200 years of black businesses, and the Macon
Call to Action
show. Our digital marketing services offer
email blast,
social media marketing, website development, and more.
Download our app
for the all-new Macon Black Pages Bicentennial Edition. Get the publication,
the new
website, and digital marketing at your fingertips. Scan the QR codes and follow us
digitally.
For more information,
go to our website, MaconBlackPages.com.
MaconBlackPages.com.
The Griffith Foundation presents the Social Justice. We will be silent no more. Poetry Slam. Calling all youth organizations, churches, community groups, parents, and other individuals. Come out and enjoy poetry.
I am a black man.
Rhythm.
Stand up. 1-800 The Lost.
Passion.
You are so beautiful, my young black queen.
Writing.
I love my country, but I love it in black even more.
And spoken word.
Your black be like pretty dresses and smoky eyes. My black be like rage.
Come out and support the social justice. We will be silent no more. Poetry slang. Everyone is encouraged to attend. Friday, April 26, 6:30 p.m. at the Grand Opera House. Calling all youth organizations. Don't miss it.
We're back. And as I previously mentioned, I'm interviewing Dr. Julia Daniely, and you can't begin to imagine the amount of admiration and respect I have for her for a couple of reasons. First of all, she's an educator, and she realizes the importance of education. I once taught school myself, and we were just over here at Hutchins talking about how we love and believe in the young people over here and how important it is. I think we got a duty and a responsibility to give back in the area of education, because they are our future. And like that teacher invested in you, then it's our duty and our responsibility to give back. But not only is she a teacher, she's an author also. Oh yeah, she's got her book out. So talk about what inspired you to author this book, to write this book, Lead Like an Eagle, Think Like a Lion. Talk about what motivated you to do this.
And the tagline to it is Rebuilding the Wall of Leadership. When I was getting my doctorate degree, one of the books that I read, it talked about everything rises and falls on leadership. And when you look around the world, when you look at every system, and I'm talking about the political system, the faith-based system, the school systems, the family unit, the businesses, all have leaders. But even recently, there's, news story after news story about leaders. And I have had leaders that just did not take full ownership of covering whoever they led. And so there's a fall. And so, and I said I'm an evangelist, and when you go back to Genesis, Adam and Eve, the leadership was established. But since Genesis, there has been a fall. And we're constantly dealing with this year after year after year. Even in the music industry, celebrity leaders are just falling. And so in my research, in my biblical studies, I began to study Nehemiah. And Nehemiah, he was one that had come back to his city, come back to Jerusalem, and he saw the walls had been destroyed and the gates had been burned. And he was determined, he was focused to rebuild that wall and to protect Jerusalem. And that's what leaders are supposed to do. We are supposed to see, and we are supposed to protect. We're supposed to operate in boldness and courage, and we're supposed to be strategists and visionaries. And so that is what this book is based off of, Nehemiah's work and how he was determined no matter what enemy came. He was focused, and he did it in 52 days. And this book is 52 pages. And he wanted to protect Jerusalem from the enemy. And that is what leaders are supposed to do. We're supposed to be at the helm and protect our children, at the helm of families, protect the wives and the children, the businesses, the finances, our country, and right now, what I see, and I'm just gonna keep it real, I see a lot of weak leaders. And it's time that leaders rose up. Leaders like to be political. They like to spin stories, but there's no leaders today that I have seen systemically, worldwide, right? Because it's some one or two that operate in truth. But, leadership is not popular, and most times, as leaders, people don't buy into it now because we're not telling the truth.
Well, most of the time, and I've been in business longer than you've been in education, so that must be a long time. You know, leadership is tied to management. You know, they are almost synonymous, leadership and management. And then research shows that when a business fails, it's because of the lack of sustained, proper, intensive, and dedicated leadership. So I'm so happy that you understand leadership, and I'm happy that what you are doing and what you have done, not only at the SOAR Academy, but at Westside and all of your other endeavors. And you didn't mention, but you know, I read that dissertation. They said you were working in a grocery store. You know. Yeah,
I wanted to be the first manager of the Piggly Wiggly, the Bruno. I didn't want to be a teacher. I didn't want to, but I knew at that time when I was in my younger years, I said, I want to be the first female manager of this grocery store. They didn't have any female leaders, and I was the front end. I could do those books. I mean, I knew it. I could do it. And it was an educator who saw me in the produce department and saw me teaching this young man how to weigh his, soap box car, wood or whatever. And I was showing him how to set up a proportion. And this was a professor at Georgia College. I'm going to give her a shout out. It's Dr. Erin Weaver. And she was the principal at Central High School at one time, but she's retired. But she found me and she said, I want you to come to this meeting. And didn't know that it was for education to be a teacher. But I still had to face that reading and writing. Because when I got to all I thought I was going to be doing is math. You mean tell me I got to write a lesson plan? I have to send emails and everything. The subject got to agree with the verb. And I was facing my fears having to do that, even in that dissertation. But you know why my dissertation got through so fast? Because in dissertation writing, it's technical writing. It's technical. It's not flowers or whatever. So I went through that just like that because I did that like a math problem, like a science. Right. You know, it's science. Right. So I was able to get that dissertation. And actually my dissertation won Dissertation of the Year when I graduated from Nova Southeastern University in 2007.
Well, I'm going to make that dissertation available on the Make 'em Black Pages website, makeemblackpages.com, because it's a really inspirational reading. How can one get your book? Just two things, quickly. Number one, how can one support what you're doing over at SOAR and VIP Academies? And equally as important is how can one get a copy of your book?
One of the things is how you can support through messaging. I'm an advocate. I'm on the board of alternative education in the for our state, and just the messaging and understanding that what alternative schooling is and what we do in the community. I do more work in the community than my community work. It adds to what I do professionally. So the messaging, really listening to our children. Our children, the Bible says, in the last days, sons and daughters shall prophesy. Listening to our children, they know. They will give you the answers that you need. But to get this book, and it's a read for everybody. It's not just faith-based. Everybody. If you a leader, any leader should be able to get this book. But you can get it on Amazon. I have it on Kindle. Lead Like an Eagle, Think Like a Lion. And then it's going to Audible. It's going through Audible production right now. And so I'm just grateful to have done this, and it's just time for leaders to rise and take their appropriate seat.
I fully agree, and I want everybody to understand that leadership and management are disciplines, and we have to learn how to do it. We have to study how to do it. And just because you've been somewhere a long time doesn't mean that you're ready to lead that entity or that organization. My name is Alex C. Habersham, and I'm your host for A Call to Action, and I have interviewed Dr. Julia Daniely, author and the leader of SOAR Academy and the VIP Academy for the Macon-Bibb County Board of Education. Want to give a shout out again to the very, very efficient production staff here at Hutchins Career Academy, to Lauren, Zion, and Jason, and John, who have done a phenomenal job. This is a call to action, coming to you from Hutchins Career Academy. I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed Dr. Julia Daniely. Have a great day.
www.makingblackpages.com.
The Griffith Foundation presents the Social Justice We Will Be Silent No More Poetry Slam. Calling all youth organizations, churches, community groups, parents, and other individuals. Come out and enjoy poetry.
I am a black man.
Rhythm.
Stand up. 1-800-THE LOST.
Passion.
You are so beautiful, my young black queen.
Writing.
I love my country, but I love it in black even more.
And spoken word.
Your black be like pretty dresses and smoky eyes. My black be like rage.
Come out and support the social justice. We will be silent no more. Poetry slam. Everyone is encouraged to attend. Friday, April 26, 6:30 p.m. at the Grand Opera House. Calling all youth organizations. Don't miss it.
This is Alex Habersham. A new edition of the Black Pages
Is here. The publication, the app, and the website are now available.
Download our app.
The publication features over 1,500 black businesses
Listed.
serving Baldwin, Bibb, Crawford, Houston, Jones, Monroe, Peach, Twiggs, and Wilkinson counties.
The new
Website offers news and views, daily calendar, business listings, online marketplace, 200 years of black businesses, and the Macon
Call to Action.
Show. Our digital marketing services offer
Email blast.
social media marketing, website development, and more.
Download our app.
For the all-new Macon Black Pages Bicentennial Edition. Get the publication,
The new
website, and digital marketing at your fingertips. Scan the QR codes and follow us.
Digitalist.
For more information,
Go to our website, makingblackpages.com.
makingblackpages.com.